I realized, like, wherever you are, if your own home country is being targeted and is suffering like that, there's no way you're not going to feel that type of agony. There's no way you won't feel that type of pain.
You don't know. Bad man. Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Damilo here. I'm back with another video. I'm so sorry that I was gone for so long. I had school and then I had to, study for exams, boring stuff. But I'm back and I'm ready to, make videos. So with the title of this video, you already know what it's about. I wish that we were meeting in better circumstances, but I feel like this video is something that's very important to make and very important for everyone to use their platform, whether small or large, to talk about it. And that's the issue of the ENDSARS movement in Nigeria. As you all may know, I am Nigerian, but if I wasn't even Nigerian, I would still talk about these issues because it's gruesome. And it doesn't stop at just nationality. This is a level of race. This is a level of human decency, human respect, and it's not being granted to people. So I think that it's very important to talk about that. I actually want there to be a purpose to this video. So one, I'm going to touch on Nigeria and the ENDSARS movement, and then secondly, I'm going to touch on why it's so important, and then third, I'm going to touch on what you can do to be a part of the movement, to be a part of the change, to be a part of the evolution, because it doesn't stop at just knowing about it. It actually starts there because you have to do something. You have to be a part of the change. So hopefully you can watch this video and gain something from it, share it, and learn, and most importantly, do something about it. So first and foremost, Nigeria is a blessed country. We are blessed by God, blessed with resources, as in natural resources. And we are blessed in culture. We are blessed in a lot of things. But one thing that we have always struggled with is corruption, is politics. Like a lot of other countries in Africa, we were colonized, whichever word. We were under the British, right? We got our independence in 1960. However, we got our independence and they dipped. For as long as I can remember, at least based off of what the conversations I've had with my father concerning Nigerian politics. But for a long time, that's how Nigeria has always been. It's been ruled by kind of like military men. And a lot of those military men have not been great people. A lot of them have been very corrupt, ruthless leaders, including our current president right now. But I think that what makes this situation different now is the age of social media. Nigerian people for so long have suffered. I don't think that and I'm getting emotional, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't think that Nigerians overseas in Western countries knew how bad, including myself, knew how bad it's gotten to where one person, you can take one average person in Nigeria, they're below the poverty line in Nigeria. That's how bad poverty is. And to know that our government isn't even providing health care or anything, and in addition to all of the things that they're going through when it comes to poverty and health care and education and all of this, they're now having to deal with police brutality and deal with something as big as fighting for just your basic human life. Like, you're just fighting to be alive, and that's even an issue. So Nigeria's always kind of been on this path. It's not something that's new. We've always had corruption. We've always had brutality when it comes to the police or just military. Anyway, okay, so going on into SARS. SARS was created. SARS is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, right? It was created in the 90s. I remember reading, let me verify that information really fast. SARS was created in 1992, and it was created as a branch of the Nigerian police. And the point of SARS when it was created, at least as an outsider looking in, was to kind of control the violence that was happening in Nigeria at that time. You know, it was robbery, kidnapping, just gruesome crimes. So the point of SARS was to keep that under control, right? However, it wasn't long until SARS actually became notorious across the country for corruption and brutal treatment of the Nigerian citizens. And it became so bad that there were so many severe cases of just human rights violations. And this is something that's been happening for a long time. Since 1992 till now, SARS has always been there, disturbing people's lives. And one thing now is that in modern society, SARS targets the young Nigerians, the young citizens, the youth of the country, the people who are my age, the people who are a little older than me, a little younger than me. They target our generation because they can see you with dressing modernized. Maybe you have on a muscle shirt, or you have on a dress, or you just look normal, something you're wearing because, I don't know, you live in the 20th century. Or you have an iPhone, or you have a tattoo, or you drive a nice car, or you have dreadlocks, or anything like that. And they can target you as a criminal. They can target you as someone who is trying to do something bad without any evidence at all, and detain you without any evidence at all, and violate your human rights. And that's why it's such an issue now, because they're not only violating human rights, they're not only doing things that they're not supposed to do, but they're killing people and getting away with it. They're literally murdering people and getting away with it. And it's not happening once, it's not happening twice, it's happening across the country multiple times, and the Nigerian government isn't doing anything about it. And like I said, SARS has been doing this for a long time. However, since this whole movement started, it was actually based on a particular video. And in the video, another instance of SARS just doing what they typically do, which is arrest people, get away with it, or kill people, get away with it. And it was one of those instances again. However, this time it's captured on camera, and it's there for the whole world to see. There were no consequences, no one was fired, no one was facing any criminal charges. It was just, they killed a man, and just, that was it. So the youth of Nigeria, and just Nigerian citizens in general, they took to the streets to protest. They're protesting the disbandment of SARS. They're protesting that it be cut out because, like I said, it's a useless department. All they're doing is literally murdering people and getting away with it. So it makes no sense to have it. The very thing that SARS was created for is what's causing that havoc in society. However, I did my own personal research, and I realized that they actually have said this multiple times, that the government has said that they were going to disband and reorganize SARS in 2017 as well. And from the time of 2017 to 2020 now, there have still been cases of torture and death of more than 100 people linked to SARS, and still, again, nothing has been done. However, you guys were supposed to disband it in 2017. So because everyone is aware of the fact that they're just showing face and they're not actually disbanding SARS, again, we started protesting, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do as a citizen of a country. You fight for what you want. The president actually, he went on television and let us know that SARS was actually going to be kind of intertwined into something called SWAT, which is another reform. And basically SARS members will be sent to or reassigned to SWAT. And so there was not really a disbandment again when he made that announcement. And I think that that's what angered a lot of people. This one got me, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the videos, and before I even get into the videos, let me just say that again, it was another protest. It was another peaceful protest. in Lekki. Lekki is one of the nicest places, is one of the nicer parts of Nigeria. They were protesting at the Lekki toll road. According to the videos I watched, it was like around 6 something. The army came, they turned off the lights, they turned off the CCTV cameras, right? So they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. And they started shooting, and they were shooting at peaceful protesters. And there were several videos that were accounting for that action, that were showing that it was a real thing. It wasn't something that was made up. It wasn't something that was funny or anything. It was a real thing, and people were going through that at that moment. And the Nigerian police, the Nigerian army, actually barricaded them with fire on opposite sides of the bridge, the protesters, and were shooting, and a lot of people died and a lot of people were injured. The videos that came out just from that day alone, it was not pretty. Till this day, I couldn't sleep when I saw that video. I couldn't sleep at all. It really bothered me to know that there are people who are in Nigeria who are fighting for change, who are fighting for a better life, who are fighting for a better tomorrow for themselves and for their children. And to have them just killed on the street by their own government is something that was it was mind-blowing. It was traumatic, and I couldn't do anything after I found that out. I really do empathize with them. Even though I'm in America, I did feel like maybe how I felt wasn't necessarily valid, but I realized, like, wherever you are, if your own home country is being targeted and is suffering like that, there's no way you're not going to feel that type of agony. There's no way you won't feel that type of pain. It's scary. So my heart really goes out to Nigerians, and I don't know, I just really wanted to touch on that. But the SARS movement is something that is very important to disband. The protest is very important because we're actually fighting for things that matter. It's not just about end police brutality. It's a fact that ending the SARS movement stands as a revolution. It stands as change, and it's something that I think is very, very important. And I don't want anyone to feel like what they can do or what they can't do is not enough. That brings me to my next point. I want to pull up some stuff that I wrote down, guys. I always want to touch on what you can do outside of now just knowing about it. Like, what can I actually do as a person to help the movement forward? So first and foremost, this goes out to Nigerians and Americans. I feel like anybody who is human, this is your fight. First and foremost, I think that the first thing you can do is educate yourself. When you educate yourself and when you go and learn about it, you can now have that education and what's actually going on, not just from social media, not just from Instagram, but actually just knowing what's going on for yourself and then going from there. So that's the first thing you can do, and that's why videos like this are out. So the second thing you can do after you've educated yourself is amplification. And when I say amplification, I mean I'm saying using your platform to talk about this, to voice it out. Attention brought on this issue, it definitely makes a big difference. So that's the first thing. Just keep spreading the word out there. And then the third thing I think you can do is donating. I think that it's very important to donate to the cause, because it's very instrumental to be able to use the money that you're donating. We use it for aid, we use it for the protesters. So it's not just going to someone's pocket, it's actually being used to progress the movement, to progress the protest. So just donate, and I will also make sure that I link down below the different places that you can donate. And so please just do that. You know, even if you can't protest or anything like that, you donating is doing a huge thing. Trust me, it's doing something huge in Nigeria. The fourth thing you can do, if you're able to, is protest. I think that that's also very important because it shows that you care. and in other forms. You know, you protesting alone does not mean that someone who didn't protest didn't care. But if that's your way of showing, I think that it's absolutely okay as well. There's not just one way to show solidarity, and I want everyone to keep that in mind. Those are all the things that I had to talk about. So when you hear this, the next step is to do something, is to take action. We're all fighting for a better Nigeria. So that concludes this video. Again, I will link down all the different things that I talked about in my bio, the way you can donate, maybe protest in the area, and just different things. So hopefully, again, this was helpful. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video, and remember, we're all in this together. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, share the video, talk about it. Even if it's not my video, share the ENDSARS video with someone, share the information with someone. Use your platform to discuss and bring awareness, because that alone, baby, you're doing something. All right? So again, I love you guys. Bye.
It's been a long